It's still so embarrassing to look at. It's still so, it pisses me off so much. I can't tell you. So again, see way down here, that's where I got in. See right here? That's where I exited. Now, I laugh, but if I had waited just 15 minutes and exited later, so I exited around 9:40. So if I waited till maybe the close of the next 15-minute candle, which would have been, let's say 10 o'clock. Let's say 10 o'clock. If I sold, well, obviously not here because 10 o'clock it dipped back down. So I actually, you know what? Maybe Adam and Cini did sell here. I don't know when this thing hit 4178. Let's take a look. This is where I got in here. And I think that's where no, that's not where I sold. There's no way I would have sold at 9:30. I mean, that's when I got in. Yeah, I think it was here, right around here. And actually, I caught the top before it sunk back down. I remember that. I remember I caught the top and then it started to sell back down. And I thought, oh, well, I caught the top, I caught the whatever, and it turned around and went back up. But no, 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 no. It must have been here. It must have been here that I sold. So I sold around 10 o'clock and I almost caught the top and then it sunk back down and then it pushed back higher. So I don't know. I don't know when it was. I wish I can look up the message, the time. I have to look at my video yesterday. But I believe I sold just under the level where Adam Mancini sold most of his positions. So again, at 9:30, I got in at 0.25 at one option. If I had the funds to get in, let's say 10 options for $250, and let's do the math. I'm gonna pull up the calculator, and hopefully my brain doesn't fail at braining. Okay, so obviously I've got $250. So if I sold when I sold yesterday, I sold all my only position at 38. So 38 minus 25, it was at 39. I remember I made $14, so it had to be 39. Or did I get in at 24? I'm sorry, guys. Whatever. Let's just make it simple. Let's say I got out at 40 and then made $15 on that one. So if I got out of 8 positions, that's going to be 15 times 8. So I would have made 120 on those 8. So I would have locked in $120 of profit right there. So almost half of my investment is already locked in profits, right? I've got 2 positions left. Let's say I held those 2 positions for the rest of the day. And obviously at one point, those last 2 positions, I'm going to be almost negative. Well, I am negative. The last 2 positions would have been $50, right? Yeah, it would have been $50 as 2 $25 options. So at this point, I probably would have broken even though at this point, to be honest with you guys. I probably would have put the sell at 25 and would have broken even. But if I didn't put a stop loss, if I decided to let it run and had the faith in the trade, then those 2 positions would have gone up and I could have put the sell at 225 and then made $400 off of just those 2 positions. And I know Adam Mancini has said this many times that his runners, he would lock in his profits, but then his runners would bring him massive profits. Like he'll exit 75% of his position at the very next level, lock in his profits, and leave like 15% runners, scale out of that one, and maybe add to his position or whatever, but his runners give him a massive profits. And here is a perfect example. If I didn't put a stop loss on those last 2 $25 options and let them just run to the rest of the day, or let them just run to zero, look at this. And let's say I didn't put my sell at 225. Let's say I decided to put my sell where Adam Mancini's next target was, which in this case was 4225. Oh well, we closed actually at 4215, right? No, nope. This last, yeah, Yeah, we closed because this is overnight futures. So I would have to look at SPY to see where we yeah, after 15 minutes it would have to have been here. Look at that. From 414, a 4-point move. So yeah. All right, let's put our alerts. Let's try and reset everything. Adam Mancini said 4-2. I think he said 4-2-1-2. Sorry, guys. 4-2-1-2 is our current support. So we'll go ahead and add that. I still think this is going to be a support. Add the 4-2-1-2 support. And we'll put an alert. Let's see if we get a flush below. Although watch we hit it right to the dollar. No, you know what? Let me put the alert above because I know how this thing works. And I probably won't trade until after Papa Powell speaks. So yeah, that's all I've got for there. Let's take a look at the VIX and see if that gives us any clues. I think the VIX is probably now at a new low for the entire year. No, the low, I'm gonna actually mark it. I should mark it. The low for VIX is here. I should probably just keep this level, make it big, and just drag it as an indicator of where the current low is. Low of the year. The thing is that worries me is now we're close to the top of the megaphone, the big megaphone, and now you can see here, I guess I could adjust this megaphone. Let's zoom in and see. Let's do a 94. What do you think? Should I adjust this megaphone down? I mean, we had a bounce here and here. It looks like it's already rejecting. Let's zoom in a little bit and see if we can see. I mean, I guess I could adjust it here and here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to duplicate it. Just to make things easier. So we may reject here, we may reject here. I don't know. But you can see we're at the bottom of the megaphone for VIX, which may reject. And we are now at the top of the megaphone. Sorry, guys. Nope, that looks terrible. Let's go to ES. You know what? Oh my God, I can't stand. Okay, hold on. Stop reminding me of this. All right, so the megaphone is here. I know it looks sloppy, but it's here. So we're almost at the top of the megaphone. And I think I've adjusted the megaphone here numerous times. I'm tired of adjusting it. Let's go to a 94. So yeah. I suppose I could adjust it, but remember, Thinkorswim's levels are just obnoxious. They don't look clean. I'd rather focus on TradingView's level We haven't quite touched the megaphone, but again, I adjusted it yesterday. Um, this is the megaphone right here. I adjusted it yesterday. What is this? Oh, this is the green channel that we were in for April. Actually, no, I didn't adjust this megaphone. I adjusted the mini megaphone. So I do believe Adam Mancini said that the megaphone is around 4225. So I don't know. I trust that we're either at or very close to the top of the megaphone at this point, which means pullback is likely. Oh, but look, guys, look. We almost made it to the 4212 level. And we seem to be bouncing at this trend. And I don't remember what that trend is. Yep. So if this thing's gonna go up a little bit more, come on, man, focus. Recent SPY, SPY. I don't know. I don't know how much further this was gonna go, but if we look at the 422, let's go back to SPY. I don't know if the megaphone here is accurate. I'm who knows, but 422. Yeah. Well, this weekly is yeah. It could go to this weekly level. That's a good spot. And look, we went down to 30. Wow, the options are. This is weird. What does it look like that? Hmm. So if this were to go down to our 4121 level, which looks like it's, oh my God, dude. Looks like it's here. So 419. So let's put an alert here. Yeah, we dipped down to 30 after the bell rung, and we went up to 43. It's possible. It's possible we may pull back there. I still wonder when Papa Powell's speech is going to be. Hold on. I'm going to pull up the calendar. I'll be right back. All right, here it is. Papa Powell speaks at 11 o'clock, but I need to make sure because every time I go into this calendar, it annoyingly changes. Um, I mean, there's no button you can simply push to say I'm in Eastern time, which is just profoundly stupid. I forget what UTC stands for. Well, let's figure it out. UTC versus Eastern. 4 hours ahead. Okay. And what does UTC stand for? According to Universal Time? Well, shouldn't it be CUT? I don't know. Alright, so it looks like this is the correct. It is 4 hours. So yeah, Papa Powell's going to be speaking at 11 o'clock. I don't know why it was 11:30. So it's possible one of two things may happen. We may finally rally to the ultimate target of 4235 or whatever is above just before Papa Powell speaks. And when he does, we may get ourselves a nice sell, or we may chop until he speaks and then we rally. And I do remember I clicked on this to see what they had to say, but this was just a repeat of when he increased the rates. So nothing there. But unfortunately, it looks like we may have missed the boat. It pulled back but not quite to Adam Mancini's level. And look, I didn't realize this. We made a demand here. I don't know if this is too sloppy looking, but a clean demand here, and we pulled back here. So we only pulled back to 4216, and now we're already pushing ahead. Sadly, if I had gotten in shortly after the bell at this pullback and maybe sell at 52, I would have made up for the loss of profits yesterday with a little extra. Oh well, what can you do? Maybe I'll get lucky and it'll pull back again. I'm going to put an alert here for 30. So yeah, I'm not anxious to do any trades today. After a 100-point rally, I need to see some sort of pullback first. So here it is. We didn't even make it to the next level. All you had to do was just wait a couple minutes after the bell and just hit market buy and just go long. And there it is. It's already running. We are just a few dollars shy of the overnight high or the pre-market high. And I didn't even notice this, but it doesn't look the same because, you know, it's Thinkorswim. The chart here, we rejected off of this daily, and now we're pressing back down. That's vexing. I would have I would have gladly gone long this morning at like 35, 37 and sold at 57. I walked away. It would be slightly higher than where my account was yesterday after I made profits, but hey, I would have gladly taken it. Yeah, I think what's likely going to happen is that the market's going to push a little bit higher before Powell speaks, and then the chaos will ensue. Hmm. It's funny how whenever I'm resolved to not trade, the market makes a big move. I mean, I wouldn't call 30 to 57 a big move, but for my account, yeah. All I can do, I guess, guys, is just step back and wait and hope that my alerts get kicked in and then try again. But all right. I only realized after the fact that we formed a sloppy looking demand here and we could be retesting, right? Which might say, hey, why don't you take that long? Well, here's the problem. We formed a sloppy looking supply above here, which was retested and rejected, retested again at a lower low, a lower high and rejected. So this may not actually get much higher. Still, I guess I could have gotten in at 41 and sold if it squeezes a little bit higher at 50, maybe 51, make 10 bucks. But it could be what I what I said earlier could be the the outcome for the rest of the day. We could chop up until Powell's speech, and then we make the move from there. All right, tweet from Adam Mancini. Um, OPEX Friday off to its typical choppy start, and on these days, size down in ES. It has been a good trend week and no need to push. 4225 was my breakout target yesterday and basing here. 4235, 4242 next as long as 4212 holds. 4197 must fail to start any type of healthy pullback. So, yeah. In other words, Adam Mancini is saying, hey, for all you guys who know how to trade properly, unlike Kevin here, you've made some good money this week. And I know I'm being hard on myself. I went from $38 to, well, I was at 79 yesterday, but unfortunately now I'm at 65. So almost double the account this week. So, but I feel as though I can't really brag about that because all I need to do is just make a couple. I say all I need to do. It seems to be really hard for me to do it anyways. Making a trade just to make $5, $10 seems to be a challenge for me. All right. So it turns out that would have been a good trade. The retest on the um, this sloppy looking demand. If I had put a buy in at 41, put my sell at 51, would have been a quick little profit right there. But you know what? I'm curious. Adam has been calling this OPEX week, and now this is OPEX Friday. So I don't know what that means. I guess every day was an OPEX day, but today's the big OPEX day. And also, he hasn't mentioned anything about Powell's speech. So, um, I feel like asking Adam Mancini in a tweet if he thinks Powell's speech is going to be of any effect. But I do recall reading Adam's newsletter, and he said he's not trading today. He doesn't see a reason to. He's already made great profits this week. Um, so, and I guess he's warning people in his Twitter, size down, or if you're going to trade, size down. So, I can't size down. I mean, my account's already small as it is. So, um, your smallest size down is basically my account. So yeah, I guess I am resolved again to not trade. It's just I'm screwing myself in the head watching these little possible trades where I could have made some profits. And this one here is a great one from here to 57. I mean, it's over $20 profits. Like almost $25 profit. I would have loved to have gotten in that one. I really would like to get back to where I was at 125 before I took, half my account out earlier this month. But I need to double my account just to get to that, sadly. So, anyways, stepped away to take a quick shower, and you can see we've all, I mean, clearly formed a resistance level here. I mean, we broke out of it briefly, but this is a very clear. I'm pretty sure it's even clear on the 30. Sloppy looking, but 4225 is a clear resistance level, and surprisingly though, the bears haven't stepped in. We haven't had any hard selling. But getting in here would have been okay. It wouldn't have been a big profit, but something. I'm just curious what's gonna happen when 11 o'clock rolls around. How volatile this is gonna be, and I'm still surprised Adam Mancini did not mention anything about Powell speaking today. Oh, This just came in a couple minutes ago, 8 minutes. It says it's unlikely to cut interest rates in 2023, even in recession. Markets don't buy it. If the US economy slips into a recession in the second half of the year, as most forecasters expect, the Federal Reserve says it will be doling out some tough love instead of a lifeline. There's a good chance the Fed has paused its aggressive interest rate hikes, but repeatedly has signaled it won't cut rates this year, even in a mild recession, because it wants to subdue a historic inflation surge. Financial markets and some economists have a terse response: nonsense. Markets predict the Fed will lower interest rates by November and give 30% odds that it will make a move in September. Ironic, since September is generally a very bearish month, usually late September going into October, and October is bullish. They're not going to stick to their guns, says Joe Lavorgna, chief U.S. economist for whatever. There's no way they're going to be able to sit and watch employment come down as job losses mount. I disagree. I bet if I have to continue reading, I have to buy something. No. Fed rate cuts would juice the stock market and economy, but risk another inflation spike. Um, oh my God, dude. Sorry, I really despise my iPad. Every time I plug it in to charge, there's like a 20% chance that it will actually charge. Most of the time, it won't do it. I don't know why. And one of the things I despise about Apple and their crap products is you can actually buy an Apple charger, the charger that comes with the Apple, and plug it in, and it won't charge. Or it will say that there's something wrong with the charger. I tried plugging in my iPad to the charger that I got when I bought my Apple laptop, whatever the hell they call those things. Um, I forgot the name for that Apple laptop, and it won't work. Anything I plug into that plug for the laptop won't work for the iPad or the it used to. It used to work for the older iPhones, but now it won't work. So one of the many things I can list a bunch of things why I despise Apple and their products is their proprietary system. You have to use their crappy chargers. So I'll just turn this off since it won't charge. I'm not gonna bother plugging it in. What makes me mad is I plug it in and it says it's charging, but then a few seconds later it says it's not charging. Anyways, remember I set my alert on the option chart at 30. We just hit 29. And here's an example where if I had put a buy in instead of an alert, let's see where this is gonna go. I don't know how far this will push or if this is just a fake little push up. And mind you, the previous demand, even though it's a sloppy looking demand, still has not been invalidated because every candle has closed above it. So it's still in effect. But in any case, this must be a terrible day to trade because with OPEX and Powell speaking, yeah, whatever. All right, it's 11:01. I wonder if there's going to be a live thing of this. Good Lord. I was doing fine up until now. What the hell? I'm starting to wish I had put my buy-in at 29 and just sold at 38. Or maybe even put it to 40 if we can push up there. Yeah, it's about to hit 40 any moment. Come on, you know you want to do it. There it is, 40. So, could have made a little something today. It might even go up to the previous resistance. By the time it gets up there, I assume it would be about 45. You know what? I should have looked at what next week has in store. Hmm, let's see. I'm gonna pull it up again. Okay, we got FOMC minutes, 2 p.m. next Wednesday. That's gonna be something. I wonder if that's gonna be the catalyst to make the market drop. Initial jobless claims is on Thursday. Oh, PCE is Friday at 8:30. So next week will be interesting after all. And look, we actually reached to, I was wrong. I thought I might be a little bit off, but we reached just to the resistance and we're rejecting already. And we didn't make it past 42, it looks like. But still, if I had gotten in at, say, 29 at my alert and set my sell at 41, solid 10 bucks with the commission paid for. And this is how I look at it. I have to remind myself of this. If my account was larger and instead of going in with one $30 option, if I instead gotten in with 10 and sold, that's 100 bucks. 100 bucks made between 10:50 and 11:05. So 50 minutes, 100 bucks. It's possible also, depending on what Powell might say or his demeanor, or just the market, we might break past this resistance here. But I don't know. I certainly wouldn't take that short if I was a bear. But now that I've said that to the universe, watch we have a sudden hard sell. But here's what's interesting. I've come across YouTube platforms that does futures trading, but they do like super scalps. Here, you know it's going to be rejecting. It's pretty clear. But how much it's going to go down is just the issue. But if you're able to scalp that tiny move from 4224.02, which is where resistance is, and it goes down to 42, it went down as low, right now it's going down as low as 42 whatever. But if you're able to scalp that move down, it's much more predictable for me to say, hey, it's coming up to the resistance is going to push back down. And look at that. Look at that big candle. If you're able to invest $5,000, you know what? Let me not just talk about it. Let's look at it. Let's go to the options. I know I said futures, but let's talk about the option. We do in the money at 420. I'm guessing it. Let's do 421. So here it is, $120. You get 10 of those for $1,200, and you exit at 160. So there you go. That's 400 bucks for a $1,000 investment. But if you did $12,000 instead and sold at 160, then you've just made $4,000 off of your $12,000 investment, and so on and so forth. So if you can really predict, and if you know the market well, and you can predict the small, slightest movements, you can scalp and make quite a bit of money. Again, the risk is though, is that if you had taken that scalp here at the resistance, it might turn around and suddenly rally up. And if you don't have a stop loss set, you can lose money quickly, especially with options. Anyways. Papa Powell must be striking. Look, look. Remember I was telling you about that short? Rejection right at resistance. Look at this candle. Man, if I had taken a put that I actually could have afforded, let's look at 419. Yeah, I could have got into 419. I should have anticipated that Papa Powell might say something, but then again, he might say something that might make this rally. So it's 50-50. But look at that. We went from 47.50 and pushed all the way almost to 100. But look, oh man, what option was I using before? Was it the 422? Yeah. Remember, 4212 is the level. Let's see if we create a 15-minute false breakdown. One minute till this candle closes. We'll see what happens. But you can see this wick, the bulls are stepping in. They're making sure that this doesn't fall. Pretty volatile action. Oh, and by the way, on VIX, we blasted through that daily. So look, remember this was the megaphone? So far, it's turning out the way I was thinking it. We're breaking down. We've rejected from that megaphone. If I was a big money swing trader, I probably would have this morning um, taken a short. Yep, this thing's pushing down. Damn, I should have taken a short. I'm sitting here talking about big money scalpers and didn't consider, hey, you know it's gonna go down. You don't know how far it's gonna go down, but why not try short? But then again, I did say that I didn't want to trade today, so but what a good short this would have been. Look at that quick turnaround. Bouncing exactly at 42.05. Well, in this case, 42.06. Look at that push. Very volatile. Snapping in all directions. I did look to see why this iPad won't charge, and they're saying that it's the cord or the brick that won't do it. Yeah, I don't know. And I looked online, they're saying, oh, you have to buy the Apple specific products. Well, this is an Apple specific product. This is an Apple charger and an Apple plug. I think. I don't remember. I did buy some chargers after the previous roommate stole all of my chargers, and it said on Amazon site, but then again, how much you can trust that site, I don't know, that these are Apple certified chargers. So, yo no sé. I wonder how long Powell's speech is going to be. Let's take a look again at that put. I think we chose the 410, or was the 420 put? No, no, it wasn't the 420. No, no, it wasn't the 420. It's probably 419. Actually, I don't know what it was. Whatever it was not the scalping one, but the one I should have taken. It went from 40 to 50. Come on, man. Which one is it? There it is. The one that went from 48, 47. So it looks like we peaked at almost 119. Man, what a good short that would have been. Oh, look at this candle right here. It popped back up. I could have got in here at 55, and look at that flip around. But then again, that's a risky trade. You're just basically guessing and hoping it'll go back down. Oh man, I have a craving for a nice omelet with sausage and just sit down and watch some Superman, Man of Steel. Probably because I worked out this morning, I forgot. That's probably why I'm hungry so early. Oh my God, I forgot to take my creatine and my amino acids this morning. Hold on. Shit. Alright. Let's see if this candle can close above 4212 and the bulls can continue defending 4206. Also on the VIX, we formed a sloppy looking supply, but a false breakout of the next level above. Nothing telling on SPY. So yeah, if this fails though, 4197 is next. And just near there is my daily. But yeah, what an excellent put this would have been. Yeah, it looks like the bears are trying their best to try and push this down, but it's just not happening. And in 5 minutes, if this can close above 412, 4212, and if we can form a clean demand, I don't know how long Powell's speech is going to be, but I know I shouldn't do it. I'm almost wondering about just going in now in anticipation, but it's jumping the gun. The candle hasn't closed yet. I'm wondering if I should just end the video and come back when the candle closes, but we've got 3 minutes left. Part of me is debating about putting it at like 19 or 18 to see if we dip back down there. One option, 19, 18, but we could just easily look, yeah. It could just easily go down to now 16, 17, yep. Wow, I don't know, man. If the bull's gonna turn this into a demand, they've got a lot of work to do because they just lost a lot of ground here. And we're gonna break, yep, there it is. 4205 is lost. And now that previous rejection at that level above on VIX I just showed here, we've just broken above it. But look, here's the beauty of it. Let me zoom out to 1030. This is the megaphone, right? The megaphone is an inverse of the megaphone from ES. And we've reached the bottom of the megaphone. So logically, the next course of action would be a rejection. And that's what happened. Yeah, I should have had a bearish mindset today. Well, it looks like the bulls managed to push it back above 4206. Oh no, that was a 30-minute candle. Oh no, they're doing it. But now I'm wary about trading here. I'd rather wait till Adam Messini's next level, which was 4197. I think he said that is the place where it must hold to continue the rally. Otherwise, it'll just start seriously selling. No, you know what? I'm starting to wonder if I should switch to a put now and just look for an opportunity to get in. Because it just keeps dropping and we've lost this level. What do you think, guys? No, it's not worth it. I have to use a bunch of my position. Unless, of course, this can push up and then we get another rejection. Because that's what Adam Messini likes to do. He likes to see a bounce back to the previous level that was lost and then a rejection there. If that happens, if we can push up here and reject there, then we can probably get in the 40s, 45. Nope. It's still going down. Forget it. I should have got in. And the beauty about getting in when it's selling is you can make money quickly. Come on, I do want to see that. I want to see a bounce here and a rejection back at the previous level. Of course, the risk is the rejection might not happen, but let's see. Yeah, I was thinking I probably should get in at 55, and I didn't. A little bit of reaction, but it already started falling. After a 105-point rally since Tuesday, ES is now seeing its first mini dip after a standard choppy start to OPEX Friday. 4197 to 4200 is the first backtest area to retest the general April highs as posted. Here now, RSI already resetting. Key test fail here. We see 4182, then 4156. So here we're now at between 4197 and 4200 is where it needs to bounce. Says Adam Mancini. So maybe it's a good no. Even if I had gone long at 55, we just hit 75, so I would have made 20 bucks and been done there. All right, well, this is the key test. Let's see what happens. Let's switch back to our long. Let's choose the 421 call. Let's see if the bulls can pull it off. What we'll want to see is either a really strong rejection, and we bounce here, and we got to 419, looks like 4198. So we need to see a strong bounce here. I wonder if I should wait for the demand zone to be formed or just trust Adam Mancini's levels and go. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm trusting Adam Mancini's levels. We're just going to go with it. Let's see if the bulls can respond. I'm only hoping Powell's speech is done. Looks like I'm already in the red, unfortunately. I'm not going to risk much here because it's OPEX day. I'm going to put a stop loss at 15. Which we're almost there, unfortunately. Come on, bulls. Now, what would be good, the least favorable outcome. No, how do I phrase this? At the least, we want bulls to close this candle above 4,200 at the very least. And then within the next couple 50-minute candles, I would like the bulls to reclaim 4206, 4205 again. Again, the problem is for me is theta. Oh God, and I always forget this. Even though Adam Mancini said this is a clear pivot point, this needs to be an important level. We're at the no man's zone for trading time, 11:30 to 1:30, where the volume is low. And it's extra choppy. Not looking good. Up there it is. We're gonna hit our stop loss soon. Oh well, I tried. It was an important pivot point, and it looks like it's not happening. At one point, I actually was a whole whopping dollar in profits, and I thought about just selling there just to get out of it. I didn't think the bulls would pull it off. There it is. Stop loss hit. 5 down the hole. So if I had instead stuck with my original gut feeling and stuck with the put, which I think I chose the 417. Yeah. I remember it pulled back down to 55. And it went up to 75, and I said, oh, I could have made 20 bucks here. Yeah. If I had stuck with my guns, stuck with my gut, and got in at 55, look at this. It's dropping now. We're almost about to hit 95. All right, let's see if we can pick a strike further out. Let's try 415. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a pullback. Or should we just jump in now? Oh, I can't get in at 4, maybe at 43. Nope, it's too late. It had to pull back to 43 for me to get in. Oh crap. I didn't mean to actually. Okay, well, I'm gonna get burned again, it looks like. Unless this thing can stop and start going back down. Well, damn, that's not what I wanted. That really sucks. Watch this turn out to be a fake breakdown of the 4197 level. And now I'm gonna get burned. Now I'm $10 down, $15 down. Great. What I was gonna say is I would like to get in if this pulls back, and I click the button not thinking like a fool. Stupid. Now my only hope is if the bears can actually push this down lower. And we get to the 40181 level after all. Watch, knowing my luck, this is the spot. This is the spot where bulls finally turn it around. Come on, fall. Great. Wonderful. Nope, not my luck. Look at that. Look at that. You know what? Screw it. There goes all the profits for the week. This is exactly the kind of luck that I have and why I can't stand trading sometimes. The one time the bulls, we lost this level. We're like 5, 6 levels below, I mean $5, $6 below the level. And it could have rejected. But instead, I get burned. So we'll put a stop loss here at 22. This is going to be a big loss for the day. And yeah, the only thing that can save me now, and I doubt it's going to happen, is if 497 becomes the actual rejection point, and then it comes back down. If that could happen, and if we can push down to 4181, the next level, then I can at least break even. No, I can maybe make a little bit of profits, but it just won't happen. Although now to think about it, this is the worst place I could have taken a short. Because this is the pivot point. 1 minute till this candle closes, and it's going to end up closing above 4197, knowing my luck. If the bears can push it below 4197 and it closes, then they can continue forward with the next candle and push it lower. If my stop loss gets hit, that'll be a $25 loss for the day. And it's about to happen. There it is. Oh well. I went long when it dropped, and I went short when it turns around and goes back up. How typical. How absolutely typical. There it is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, every bit of profit I made last week is gone. Traded yesterday in the morning, made profits, and then didn't listen to myself and traded again for a loss, and then traded again for a loss. Traded this morning, or just a moment ago, after I got the tweet, Adam and Sydney said 4197 was a pivot point. We had to rally from there. And instead of waiting for the candle to close and waiting for a demand to form like my strategy should be, I decided to jump the gun and go in early. And then it sold and lost $5. Then it decided after that level was lost and started dropping to jump in and see if I can make up a little bit of the loss with a scalp for a drop. Because if 4197 is lost, then we're going to go to 4181. But of course that didn't happen. What happened? We dropped below 4197, created a fake breakdown, and now we created a demand. Demand is forming right now. And this put went from $45 now to $14. And what was the call I took? The call I took was 421. And I got that at what, 30 or 20? 20. And look, So if I never sold my my call, and held on to it, I would be at break even right now. And how much you want to bet this is going to be the point where we finally start to rally and this thing just runs? Let me tell you something. 50% of this is just pure luck. It's just pure luck. And I got shit of that. Incredible, man. Incredible. In 3 trades, I've gone from $79 down to 37. $40 gone. When I think I should get in and I don't, I miss out. When I do get in, I sell early, I miss out. But most of the time when I make the trade, I get burned. Look at this. And I know what Adam Messina is going to say in his newsletter. Yes, today 40197 was an important level, and the bulls, we had a fake breakdown of the 40197, a perfect textbook fake breakdown, and I got in, added to my position, and the textbook trading 101. But Kevin here, after 2 years, is such an idiot, still can't get the shit right. Still can't figure it out. Shoulda went short here, didn't. Shoulda went short here, didn't. Did I go long here? Yes. But what does it do? It drops and then recovers. Had I waited for a demand to be formed, now, of course, will they recover 4205? That's the question. Oh my God, dude. I said I wouldn't trade today, and I did. I said I wouldn't trade anymore yesterday, and I did. Oh well, that's it. I think I'm done for the day. You know, let me tell you why I'm even more of an incompetent trader. I completely forgot. I'm here bragging about how I doubled my account. I've completely forgot. I think it was last week or the week before. I added $35 to my account from my bank account. So even though I took out 70 earlier this month, I added 35. So I didn't double my account. I added 35, which brought me from like 39 to like 65 or something. So yeah, I suck at this. Completely incompetent, and I probably should give this up. Because anything I try and do, whether it's personal training, business, trading, real estate photography, it all fails and backfires in my face. Anyways, market's about to close, and as you can see, resistance formed this morning. I talked about how one can take this short for a scalp because it's almost a guaranteed short. And did I take it short? No. When did I go short? Oh, I decided to take a long here at 497. Um, I decided not to wait until we formed a 50-minute demand. Took it short here and then ended up having to lose money. Then I decided, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to switch long once we lost the 397 support and came down here. And when I went long, which is probably like right at the bottom here, like an idiot, it quickly turned around and I think I sold somewhere here. I don't remember. For pretty much every stinking bit of profit that I had last week and the money I put in the account the week before. So just absolutely pathetic. And what blows my mind is how we're above the normal average for the volume. I don't know how that could be. I mean, I hate trading OPEX. I don't recall ever making money on an OPEX, except maybe a couple weeks ago. I don't remember. I don't know if it was OPEX or FOMC or something like that. I did 2 trades and I made both of them positive trades, but And you can see here, after this demand was formed, it it was invalidated again, or not again, but invalidated here. We bounced once again at 4197 and just couldn't get above the 4206 level here that was lost. Never even came close to VWAP. Just an awful day to trade, man. Awful day to trade. So, as I've got nothing else to add, man. Yeah, guten Morgen. As you can see, I have not opened Thinkorswim, and I'm not going to. Here's why. For the longest time, since way back in March, Adam Mancini said that ultimately our target is going to be 4225 or somewhere within this red box. I actually had this box lowered to 4205 but raised it to 4225-ish area. And the megaphone, the main megaphone right here that we've been stuck in since, well, the beginning of April, we've just basically almost hit it. So pretty much it makes no sense for me to try and go long anymore. We had a great rally on Wednesday and a basing all Thursday morning and Wednesday night, and I had two opportunities to practically triple my account. And unfortunately, I don't want to be too hard on myself because I did raise my account really by double where it was before, but I did lose the profits I made yesterday. So if I had not traded yesterday, then I would have technically almost tripled my account. So, okay, I guess what I'm trying to say is I could have, what is it, increased my account by, I think technically 300% this week had I traded properly. Unfortunately, I didn't. And I'm going to read Adam Mancini's tweet because he still, and he has to state the possible targets from now. All right, charting 101 this week in ES. We built a 10-day bullish base, broke out to start a new trend leg. Day number 3 today. My target was 4225 as posted, clipped overnight. Plan today. We flagged overnight as long as above 4212, which I don't have listed here. Well, this is the overnight low, so I guess I'll put it. No, I'm gonna do a horizontal array. I haven't adjusted my levels or anything. I really should take the time this weekend to reset everything and go over it all over again, but this can take hours. Okay. So plan today, we flagged overnight as long as above 4212, 4235 is up next, which is just like 10 points above, but it is pretty much the top of the megaphone, just pushing just slightly past it. And 4242 magnet next up. 4212 fails, dip starts to 4197, which is here-ish. So I guess 4205 is no longer a level. I don't know why. Maybe it is, but he's just not putting it there, so I'm leaving it. But it's probably not a major level anymore. 4197. See, I'm wondering 4212 would be a retest of the megaphone, and I adjusted my megaphone. Initially, mine was like here, but I saw he moved his, and it looked symmetrical to the bottom megaphone, so I went ahead and changed mine to what Adam Mancini had. And this was the channel that we're stuck in most of the beginning of April right here. He still has that listed, so I'm going to keep mine there. I would have erased it by now, but if Adam Mancini has it, I'm going to keep it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We've rallied since Wednesday. 4125 to 4225. So we've gone 100 points in the past 2 days. Um, it's possible we may run a little bit more today, but I would like to see a pullback. So I suppose I should open Thinkorswim and then put some alerts and then close it. I just don't want to trade and then lose more money. Ultimately, I'm still positive for the week, so I don't want to screw myself like I did yesterday. I should have just walked away yesterday with what little money I made and just been happy with that. I went from 40 to 80, I think, right? Yeah, so I didn't triple my account. I doubled my account this week. Well, doubled had I didn't trade yesterday and lose the profits I made. So, and here's the interesting thing. All the talk about how the market's gonna crash, da 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 da. Even if the bulls were to drop all the way down to the bottom right here, we can still drop to 4030 and still technically be bullish. I mean, I know that's a big drop, but this is the megaphone here. So there's a chance that whenever we start getting bearish again, we may revisit the bottom of this megaphone, but I don't know. If we reject at the top of this megaphone, then I would say yes, the megaphone pattern is still in effect. But if we break through and continue to rally, it's probably going to be irrelevant now. And I've had two indications of why I should have went long. Wednesday was the breakout of this descending channel that we were in all week and part of last week. Should have taken that long. And then yesterday was a breakout of the the megaphone, which I had actually lower here, but still, that was an indication to go long and stay long. So clearly I got to do two things to start benefiting from these rallies. I need to, one, get into more than one position so I can scale out of one and let the other one run. And two, I've got to be more patient. But I say that often. And look, let's recap what I did yesterday. Let's zoom in. Yesterday, when the bell rung, it was, hold on, where's yesterday? It's 10, okay. We started rallying, we bounced off of 4161. The bell rung at 9:30. I got in pretty much at the bottom, but I sold right about here. Now, I sold a little bit early, but Adam Mancini himself said that he sold at 40178, so the top of this channel. So yes, I did sell a little bit early, but even Adam Mancini sold maybe 15 minutes after I did. And he sold much of his positions and just held the runners to continue. In fact, he already had runners from the day before. He just added to his position, but he added to his position here because, you know, he can do futures, so he can add earlier than me. So I don't want to be too hard on myself for selling early because it is smart to lock in your profits. But the problem is, since I only have one position, I don't have any ability to scale out. So, like I said yesterday, if I had gotten in, and remember, I got in at 0.25, so $25 on the 417 strike. You know what? Screw it. Let me go ahead and open Thinkorswim. And I'm late today because I went to go work out in the morning because I just simply couldn't sleep. So I figured, what the hell? I might as well just destroy the body. All right, I'm gonna log in and I'll be right back.